be going over the COVID-19 vaccine certificate with the QR code. And this is just a demonstration of how you can get access to it at the comfort of your home. So to get your enhanced vaccine certificate, as of January 4th, 2022, the enhanced vaccine certificate with the official QR code will be required in order to enter certain businesses or organizations all throughout the cities. You can get your certificate no matter where you got the vaccine, like a pharmacy, a mass, a hospital, or even just a clinic. And even if you have an active exemption, you can still get the certificate. Okay, so when you do go into this website that we'll be sharing with you guys, make sure to read the instructions very carefully. So you can tap on this link that we have here, which we'll share a little bit later, and you'll be prompted to fill out the online form to know how to get the certificate if you are an Ontario resident. So some of the questions that will be asked that are required will be in parentheses and should not be left blank. Other ones might be optional. So here is what the first question would look like. How many doses of the COVID-19 vaccine do you currently have? This one is required, so you can go ahead and select any of the options that it gives you. And just to let you guys know, whenever you choose a certain bubble, then a different question will come up. So like this one, did you get all of your doses in Ontario? The questions after this one will change depending on whether you select yes or no. Okay, so question 3, select which health card you have. This is also required, and it gives you 3 different options. I know that the sometimes the most recent one and the most populated one is the Green Ontario Photo Health Card, which you can select that one, or if you have a red and white Ontario Health Card, or if you have no health card, then again, these questions leading up after this one will change a little bit. Question 4 would be select which health card you have. Again, just a reminder to make sure that you're going through these and making sure that you are selecting the right one. Okay, so question 5, do you identify as First Nations, Inuit, or Métis? This is also a required one, and it gives you a little note there that says, if you are a non-Indigenous partner or household member of someone in this group, select yes. So once you reach this question, this is the last one. So you will be able to have the ability to move forward by tapping on this green button with white letters that says get results. Okay, so you'll be able to print a copy of your certificate now. And if you don't have a printer or mobile phone at home, here's some of resources that are given throughout the city. You can visit a local library to print your certificate. You can go to a Service Ontario location, which we provided a link to check where the locations are, the hours, and any contact information. And we will also go over that specific website at the end of the presentation. And sometimes maybe a trusted friend or an organization that you are a part of, if you reach out to them and let them know that you need to get a hold of your vaccine certification and you need a printer, maybe they can help you out with that. And at any time, you can feel free to call the Provincial Vaccine Contact Center, and you can call them at the number listed below, and they're available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week, which is very convenient. Okay, so to get your enhanced vaccine certificate online through the provincial website, it is necessary to use a modern web browser. The website is not compatible with Internet Explorer 11 or anything before that. And to move ahead with this option, you can go ahead and click on this blue button that has the white letters that says continue. And here is the vaccination portal. Once you select continue as demonstrated in the previous slide, the following window is this portal. And that's the same portal where you get to access the vaccine certificate. So again, we'll review this one with you guys. But just to keep in mind that if you are attempting to go into this website, you can experience some issues. So sometimes you'll have to use a different browser. For example, if you're using Google, you might want to use Safari, or another one might be Firefox. And you can even use a different device. Sometimes it just could be the connection if you're using your mobile phone, and you might want to go on a laptop or computer or even a tablet. But if you're noticing that this problem continues to happen, whether it's on different devices, then you can go into your settings and make sure that cookies are enabled in your web browser settings. So just a disclaimer, in some businesses and settings with established regulations, you can either show proof of being fully vaccinated, have an active medical exemption, or have evidence of participation in a Health Canada approved vaccine trial. So what do you need for this? The numbers from both the front and the back of your card. If you hold an Ontario Green Card, it is still accepted even if your card is expired. So within the online portal, you can see the part where you check the terms and conditions box by scrolling to the middle point of the screen, which we have it right here in this red circle and arrow. This is where you confirm that you read, understood, and accepted the full terms of use. And once you check that box, you will see how the download options passes from being the gray looking to a blue color. So right here where it says download your enhanced vaccine certificate or book your vaccine appointment, that indicates that you are able to then move on to the next step and download your vaccine certificate. Okay, so after this, you will be prompted to enter your health card information, and you go ahead and follow the directions on the screen. If you are confused about what information the form is referring to, you can use the See Example option below each box to orientate yourself. And right here, we kind of provided an example for everyone to see where the health number is, the 10-digit one, and then the 2-letter version code in blue. So this is an example here of the green card. Okay, and also you will need the 9-character code on the back of the health card. Again, these two are required. It's not optional, so you will have to look on your green card and look for these numbers. So this 9-character code will be on the back side, and we again provided an example where you guys can find this. And if you don't have a green card but do have a red or white Ontario health card, you can go ahead and call the provincial vaccine contact center at this number, and then here are the hours as well for you guys to be able to contact them, and their directions will be a little bit different as to what information you have to provide in order to get your vaccine certificate. Okay, so at the end of the form, you are required to put in your date of birth in the format of the year, the month, and then the day. And you just want to make sure that you are reviewing the information you entered before tapping the continue, because sometimes you might mistype something or forget a letter or number somewhere, and that can throw off the whole process or make a error on your certificate. So you really want to make sure that you double check this. And also you'll need your postal code. So if you moved recently and tried your new postal code but failed to continue, try using your previous postal code. So you might want to use your postal code from the other house, the house before your new one, just to make sure to see if it'll go through with that one. Okay, to choose the service, this is the next window you will see to get your enhanced COVID certificate, and you must go for the yellow box. Select the continue option once again. This is the proof of vaccination. Here is the black box and the white letters that say continue. And you want to make sure you select the white one because the purple one is specifically for appointments for the vaccine. Okay, and then this next step, we're almost there to getting the certificate. So you can tap here again on these words, download your enhanced vaccine certificate. And here it says a little note, you will need to provide your proof of vaccination, of an active exemption, along with ID to access some businesses and settings. Expired exemptions will not be displayed on the enhanced vaccine certificate. Okay, and then here you are able to get on the right side, this is a sample of your vaccine certificate with the QR code. As you can see, it provides all the information that you entered, your name, date of birth, the code, and then when you got your vaccines. And the enhanced vaccine certificate with official QR code only contains the essential information and does not include your health card number. So if you do need a health card number to show, then you would have to provide your green card or red and white one. The enhanced vaccine certificate contains the Ontario and Canada logo and will work seamlessly with the Verify Ontario app. The QR code is built with the Smart Health Card standard adopted by the federal government in collaboration with provinces and territories. And the advanced vaccine certificate can be printed or stored on your phone. And the QR code allows it to be quickly scanned by businesses using the app. Okay, so after downloading your enhanced vaccine certificate, like I mentioned, you can print it. If you do decide to go with this option, you need to make sure that you try not to fold or crease the QR code portion because then it can become unreadable, so they'll not be able to scan it. You can also store it on your smartphone as a PDF file. You can send it to email to yourself, so from yourself to yourself, just to have it stored there. You can also save it to your Apple Health. And for this option, you have to make sure that your phone is updated to iOS 15 or later. And after you downloaded and open your enhanced vaccine certificate on your desktop, you can open up your iPhone camera, point the camera to the QR code, and once the QR code is in focus and centered on your screen, your phone will scan it automatically. Then once it scans it, it will automatically save to your Apple Health app. Okay, if you are downloading from the portal, if you're on a desktop, you could right click on the buttons Control and then S, and then you can choose Save As to save the QR code to your computer, then mail or send to your mobile phone by text. If you're doing this on an iPhone or iPad, you can tap the PDF, a blue open in link will appear, and you click on it to open a menu that will allow you to either email or download the certificate to your device. If you are on an Android, you could tap the three vertical dots icon on the top right, and then you click on save. So here are some tips if you are printing your proof of vaccination. The first one is to make sure that you are printing it in black and white and the print is high quality. You don't want to print this out if you are low on ink. You want to make sure that it's clear and it's able to be scanned. And also the size of the QR code should measure that it is 60 millimeters by 60 millimeters, just to make sure that it's not too small. Again, that could also cause it for it to be unreadable. Okay, so tips for images or PDF proof. So the first one is when you do have it on a PDF on your phone or another device, you want to make sure that you adjust the brightness of your screen to make sure that it is easier to scan. So if you could just turn that all the way up, that'll be make it much easier. You can either screenshot or screen grab the entire QR code. You don't want to leave out any information. You want to make sure that you have the entire QR code again, so it's easier, and show the QR code directly to the camera and not from behind any plexiglass or other glass. You want to make sure that it is able to pick up the QR code directly and not anything else. Okay, so some do nots. So try not to shrink the QR code to anything smaller than the 60 by 60 millimeters. Again, you want to utilize and make sure that it is colored, no low quality ink, because again, then it won't be readable. Don't use any textured or grainy paper like cardstock. The easiest would probably be just white printer paper. And make sure you don't fold the paper, any stains, crumbles, rips, or even smudges on the QR code. Also, this might seem like a great idea to laminate your QR code, but like we mentioned, if you're putting any glossy barrier or even a lanyard, that can cause the app to time out if a bright light is reflecting off the surface of the paper. So if this happens, businesses can always review the visitor's government issued paper or mobile enhanced certificate, but usually to avoid any denial, or they don't let you enter the business because of this, it's the easiest just to make sure that the paper is clear, um, it's high quality, and there's no glass or lamination over it. Also, you want to make sure that you don't send or scan a QR code using any non-government website or application. Some examples of this would be email or over messaging apps, Zooms or team calls. You don't want to share your private information with anybody. So if you are having trouble using your enhanced vaccine certificate, you could go to this website here and just remember to keep your vaccine certificate safe. It includes information that the Verify Ontario app does not display to businesses. Other apps, however, may display or save certain information like your name, birthday, other personal information. And make sure that you trust the app and businesses scanning your smart health QR code. Businesses should only be scanning your vaccine certificates, not taking photos of them. There's no reason why these businesses should be storing your information. You want to make sure that they're only scanning it. And now we will move on to the live demonstration portion. Okay, so earlier in the slides, we talked a little bit about the questionnaire, the online form where you would go to get your COVID-19 vaccine certificate. And here I just wanted to show you guys the questionnaire live, just so you guys can see how the questions could change varying on your answers. So as you can see, this is the only question that is coming up for me right now. It is how many doses of the COVID-19 vaccine do you currently have? And just a reminder, this one is required. So I'm gonna go ahead and select on 2 or more doses. Then the next one is, did you get all your doses in Ontario, which is also required? I'm gonna go ahead and select yes. And then it's gonna ask me to select which health card you have. Again, another required question. I'm gonna go ahead and select the green Ontario Photo Health Card. And just again, another note, if your card is expired, they will still accept it. Okay, do you identify as any of these groups here? No. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and click on this button here that says get results. Okay, now it prompts me to this, which says get your enhanced vaccine certificate online through the provincial website. Go ahead and click on continue. And it takes me directly to this website, the portal. And here I'm just reading over some of the stuff. It says, in alignment with the National Advisory Committee of Immunization Records, age eligibility is based on date of birth. So, children, youth, individuals over the age of 18. And then here it's giving me some more information about downloading my vaccine certificate. And it lists some of the stuff that I'll need to provide. If you also want to book a vaccine appointment, you can do that on this. And so notice I'm scrolling down to the website because here it says to download your enhanced vaccine certificate. I need to read and accept the terms of use and click the button continue. I know it doesn't make it clear here where you're supposed to select, but if you're just continue scrolling down past all of this information, here is that box where it says, I confirm that I read, understood, and accept the full terms used. And you just want to click on this box. And now this button has turned from gray to blue. And now I can click on that. And that is where you'll fill in more of your information, like those healthcare numbers that you have on your green card, and then your date of birth and stuff like that. So yeah, you can go ahead and do that. And then also another website that we had talked about was the Service Ontario locations and hours and contact. So here you can actually go to these sites and print out your vaccine certification if you don't have access to a printer or stuff like that. So you can give them a call, and here are the times, here are the numbers that they provided. And if you need any accessibility accommodation, they can, definitely help you out with that. Just have to give them a 2 to 3 day notice before you decide to visit them, just so they can see what kind of accommodation you'll need. And the Service Ontario will never ask for your SIN number. And if they ever do, they mention that this is a scam. And then here are the locations. So you can look at the locations alphabetically. You could A through Z. And here are some of them in the cities. It gives you the addresses, and it actually tells you right under them, closes today at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. This one is at 3 p.m. here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one here. Okay. And then here it gives me the address, and it also gives me a little link where I could click on to get the directions. So if you're doing this on your mobile phone, you can actually get access to the directions right away to see where this location is at. Again, the hours, and it's very nice that it shows you the first day that it displays is today, which is Friday, and then the rest of the week, and then the services at this location. Here are some of the services that they offer. They also let you know about parking and transit payment options, which is very nice. And so, yeah, you can definitely go through any of these that are nearby you, a city where you're at, and then see if you need access to that. So yeah, okay, that is everything. Thank you again, guys, for listening, and I hope you guys found this presentation informative and I was clear